Dice is back.
The questions are now ready, and our guests are restrained.
Pay no attention to the mumbling in the background.
It'll be fine.
So pull up a chair.
Yeah. Let's talk Off the Dice. Off the Dice is a Time to Tabletop production.
Building community through the language of gaming.
All right, guys. Welcome back to what?
Back again. Oh, sorry.
That's it. To
Yeah.
Off the Dice Season 2.
Look what I can do.
Look what I can do.
Look what I can do.
That is not trademarked. I
It is
looked
not-
it up.
Did
So,
you really?
yes. I want to make sure I could go, look what I can do.
Yeah.
And you can't see me off camera while I'm fluttering my feet. But I'm not.
It's a flat.
So, welcome, everyone. If you're ever going to listen to this. If you're not, then you don't even know what I'm saying. So, the best part about this is we get to talk about some amazing, cool things that are going on in the community. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to have a fun time with one of our very special guests that we've known for a little while now, that we work with. But we don't want to talk about him.
No. Straight up the worst.
No, we won't talk about him. He'll get his chance, but first he has to play the game. So, I am Scooter.
I'm Rysa. Hi.
And
Hello.
let's talk a little bit off the dice.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's get started here. Our guest today is Patrick Taylor.
Did you almost forget my last name for a second?
I was going to try and come up with something creative, and I'm not creative enough.
But what
Patrick the Haberdasher.
Haberdasher
Because
Taylor?
technically they're tailors.
I want to point out that you sent a...
Nailed it.
You sent us something, and you signed it as Patrick Taylor.
Did I really?
It was
Oh, yeah.
Tayloe. And I'm like, this motherfucker can't even spell his name
Taylor
right.
way.
Like, what?
Okay, I want to see this after we're done
Is
because
it-
I want to laugh so hard at this.
Like,
Yeah, it was great.
it's still like that because we can't fix it. So
No,
we're just like...
we wouldn't fix it.
No, and we just stare at it and go...
Why would we want to fix that?
Wait,
Why
where's
are we
it
hanging out
permanently
with
on? Where this?
Oh, just the little, when you send out
The fill
the
out.
little survey thing of like
Oh,
what
yeah.
you'd like, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you fucked up.
You don't even
Fucked
know
up.
you don't even know your own name.
Apparently not.
And what's funny is your last name's I think in your email address.
It is.
So you had to type it. You had to type it correctly
I know.
and then type it incorrectly.
And that's what
my
we
favorite
call
part. It's like
skill.
so it's right there, in front of you. It's your own name.
I need to look at a keyword because I swear E and R are right next to each other or pretty close. And when I'm just
Yikes.
going a million miles an hour writing, I make mistakes. No offense.
He got attacked by the QWERTY.
Ooh, yeah.
Yikes.
Cordy killed me.
QWERTY killed me.
We are actually we do have a format for this.
And
but
it's different than last year.
Ooh.
It's season 2. We definitely try to. We got a lot of feedback, and it was really awesome. And we're really trying to up it a little bit. And
keep it fresh.
so one of the new things is we got new microphones, and like we're beyond stoked for this.
Yeah,
you
they went
can't
on
see
sale.
them. Yeah, we're thrifty.
They went on sale. Amazon.com.
I mean,
Shameless plug. Sponsor.
That's what we did for us. We bought Amazon microphones when they were cheap.
that's what you
Gate,
do,
stop
people.
talking about your own stuff.
No.
This is
Whoa.
about us.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
is
sorry.
everything.
I was just trying to compare my life to yours and why I'm better.
So I don't need to be validated, sir.
So this is Patrick. We're gonna have a really fun podcast tonight. The one new thing that we are introducing, we have a point system now.
Oh no.
She gives out points.
I am the point master.
Okay, good.
Do you want to know what the points are for?
I'm sure
No.
they mean nothing.
Don't
You
tell
don't.
him.
I was gonna say you don't get to know what they're for.
Nope.
Okay.
So
I can't redeem them in the end for any prizes.
I can't tell you
Okay, good to know.
because
I'll
you
wait.
genuinely don't know what they're for. But there's a point system now.
Okay.
So watch out. But yeah, are you ready to talk off the dice? Official.
Sure.
He's like, no, because
Too
you haven't let
bad.
me
I was
talk
gonna say
about anything.
I was about to say no. I'm like,
Minus
Really the way
5
it's
points.
what? For what? For being honest?
All right, let's
Yeah.
nail
Okay,
this.
good to know.
Okay, one thing that hasn't changed because we really enjoy it, and a lot of our guests enjoyed it, a lot of our listeners enjoyed it, our character creation. Character creation.
Yes.
And I love this part. This is one of my favorite parts. We're going to delve. Is it delve right into it, or can you just dive? Delving is a little bit more...
Diving,
an
I think, is
adventure.
fine.
Yeah,
Let's just
delving's
get into
a little
this
more
shit.
adventure. Dungeon delving?
I don't know
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, dungeon delving
Whoa.
versus dumpster diving.
Yeah.
Back,
That's a
wait a
subject.
minute.
That's a subject in itself.
I
Yeah.
know it is. Let's
Okay.
not go there.
So, scale of 1 to 20, because we're kind of a gaming community that even if you don't play games, it goes 1 to 20. Okay, just know.
It does.
Rate yourself for charisma, and tell us why.
Solid 15. I can make friends
Solid.
anywhere I go. Plus, I have to, thank my Dark Lord Patreon for, all my success.
Like dark.
So you've named your Dark Lord.
No, my Patreon is my Dark Lord.
So you have a Patreon.
I don't have a Patreon.
Called
No.
Dark Lord.
No.
No, I don't have no.
Patreon is his Dark Lord.
Yeah, my Dark Lord is the person who gives me all my powers.
So you've named him Dark Lord, or did he come to you as your Patreon and said, "Hey, I would like to be your Patreon," or you labeled him as a Patreon and he called himself Dark Lord? See, this is I need to know the facts, man.
That's a good question. In one alternate reality, I would assume that's probably both.
One and the same. Yeah.
Is that's like time travel? You fold over. I got it.
Okay.
Okay, so 15.
Solid 15.
Because of his
All
Dark
right.
Lord.
Yes.
15 because of Dark Lord.
I have a
Okay.
patron.
Oh, no,
Noted.
man. Okay, so same scale, 1 to 20. How would you rate your brain?
Ooh. 11 maybe? Yeah, 11.
Why?
So I don't have enough room to say 11-ish.
11. Let's go with an 11 then.
I'm going to put 11.5.
Last one he was like 15.
11.5 it is. You're welcome.
This one's like 11?
I know a lot of weird esoteric facts, and I love learning, and I love reading, and I consider myself intelligent, but probably not much more than the average human being.
But those random facts probably put you up in the charisma category.
Yes,
right?
that is very
That
valid.
does help in that category. It
Oh,
really
man.
does.
I've had a lot of people like, how do you know this? My response is, I don't know.
I saw it somewhere.
That's a solid response to most things. Like, what did you do this for? I don't know.
In the wise words of a very fun TV show from my childhood, the internet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Webs.
The webs. Okay.
Ooh, and final attribute here would
Are
be...
you lost?
Well, I was trying to think of the word.
Whoa.
I'm always lost. I mean,
Valid.
That's why in the camera I will never show what's behind the curtain. Dexterity. 1 to 20, sir.
Like a 9.
9?
Yeah, like a 9. Definitely below average, but I mean, I have pretty good balance.
I feel like 9 might be average.
Can you
Yeah.
can you
No,
tumble?
realistically.
Can I tumble?
Well,
Probably not well.
Well, tumble as in like roll, not tumble as in I
Tumble.
just fell the fuck
Yeah,
over.
tumble on purpose.
Yeah.
Oh, I probably could do that. Yeah,
Purposeful tumble.
I can probably do that.
Because tumbling without purpose is just falling.
That's literally me every day.
I mean, is it not?
I get worried about going up, down, and on flat surfaces.
Oh, flat surfaces are a bitch.
I'm the kind of person that just jumps off of things, so regardless.
Why do you jump? Okay.
Because
Well,
it's fun.
All
I mean,
right.
if you can,
Yeah,
why not?
Why not jump off of things?
exactly.
Okay.
Well, we have created a character, okay? So
Uh-oh.
it is you.
This is you.
You have gone past character creation. We're looking at charisma of 15,
Okay,
thanks to your Dark Lord.
Yes.
excellent.
My Dark Lord, your Patreon, but not on Patreon, as a Patreon.
I think it's just kind of a coincidence. His name was Patreon. My patron named himself Patreon, or I named him Patreon.
That's like Kevin Spacey in space on the episode of Space. That's like some deep shit.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I
It's
feel
like,
like
okay.
I feel like I've seen that or dreamt about it.
We all have.
It's space. We all dreamt about it anyways.
Kevin Spacey?
No space.
Not anymore.
No, God no.
Not anymore. In your brain.
Can you just beep up that name whenever we mention it?
Beep. Yeah.
It's a solid beep right there.
Wait.
You hear.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just like, who are they talking about?
Who else has the last name of Space?
11 for brain.
11.5.
Oh, 11-ish.
You gave
I'm going to
me
make
11.
a spot for 11-ish.
11.5. Yeah.
Because I feel like he said 11 in a question, so it could fluctuate
He
from
did.
10.5 up to like 11.5.
That's why
So I feel
there's
like
a
it's
solid
not
0.5.
I think
not
because
solid.
of my charisma, I can sometimes pass it off as like 14 or 15 when it's clearly not that.
That's a good skill, though.
Oh yeah.
No, that's a great skill.
Great at
Definitely-
BSing. Good
I can
job.
I feel like that's the only skill I have.
I think
I
you
don't know about BSing, but definitely make myself seem smarter than I actually
yeah.
really am.
maybe
and
give
then
you
you walk
7
away.
3/4 a point for that. It's pretty good. It's a good answer.
And dexterity of 9 because you can tumble with purpose.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Good job.
So, from completing the round of character creation, and we feel like you were pretty honest. Does he get any points for that, or
No.
Nope. So I'm gonna mark him down for a 0.
Yeah.
You got 0 points for character creation because it feels like you were too honest. So
Honesty
Well, hold
doesn't
on.
win anything. Here.
Okay, good to know.
Watch. Check yourself. Okay.
It's gonna lie it up now.
Okay. With that, with your character created, you created yourself.
Oh,
Great job.
thank you.
We're gonna move on to
Level 1.
round 1 is here.
What could it be?
Well, round 1, basically we're gonna go with some questions
Ooh.
here. I'm going to time them.
Oh no.
Not going to set a timer, but I'm going to time them and make sure that you have them within the time limit. Do you know what
Okay.
the time limit is?
What?
exactly.
That's kind of the point. So, we have set a time limit on these questions.
Yeah. Your
As arbitrary as the point system that you are somehow judging me by.
yeah.
Pretty
Your
close.
points depend on how well you stay
On
inside
whether
this time
you get
limit.
to leave or not.
Yeah. If you stay, yeah,
Lock
you
the doors.
you might be tomorrow's soup. That's a lot of soup.
tomorrow's. I say
Mm.
3 days. You got to let the meat
3 days?
like rest and.
Hold on,
You
are we
want rigor
talking about
mortis?
smoking me? Because I think
Oh.
I would be pretty good smoked. I got a
Oh.
lot
Puff,
of fat
puff,
on
pass?
me.
What?
No, I got a lot of fat on me, so I think it like really rendered down pretty well.
Probably.
Marbleized.
Yeah.
Probably. Like just leave it out, let some
Oh,
mold grow on
that's
it.
awful. You said
you
you
don't
could
want to age
tumble.
me.
Well,
That's what I was thinking. I was like, it needs to age. So,
yeah, I think you should age you.
all right.
I like how you're
Let's
just
move
like,
on
You know,
to.
you know, fine,
You
sure.
want to do question 1? Question 1, and just know this is timed.
Yeah, okay.
all right, what's your favorite children's animated film and why?
Children's animated film?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, why are you doing this to me up?
Why?
Why? Because it's a beautiful story of friendship between two people who are somehow lost in the world.
Okay.
And of course, that takes on a physical manifestation of literally being lost when their house is lifted up on balloons, as he tries to go find that mythical place.
It's extremely realistic, to be honest.
Yeah, great movie. I cried. I don't cry in movies. I cried.
The first 10 minutes of that film
my
were
God.
better than most films.
Yeah,
I can agree
yeah,
with that.
I would definitely think so too. The story they crafted without saying a single word.
Mm-hmm. And stories that have that, impressive.
Yeah.
So impressive because
I was
they
impressed.
get everything through emotion
Okay.
and everyone feels it.
I really had to
Adventure
give
is
it-
out there, people. Adventure is out there.
No,
Love
I
it.
really appreciated it. I mean, in the same sense, is like two human beings that almost from different worlds when it comes to as human beings, right?
Mhm.
One of like years and years and years of love, all the experience, right? And then you have the young character in there that has basically no experience,
Mhm.
and the world is like open to them. Like anything's awesome, everything's awesome. So those two dynamics and coming together for a common finding communication
Mm-hmm.
with that much diversity as human beings,
It's beautiful.
that was a big deal. So
Yeah, there's the
I'm glad
bird.
you mentioned that because that's not even on my top list.
Scooter
And
starting to
is-
cry.
I know it's hilarious.
Maybe.
Like I was trying to think for I was really kind of stunned for a second with that question. Like there's so movies out there, and then just one that movie came that movie
It came
like-
up.
God dang it! I was about to make that joke too. That movie,
Reach it to the
like
punch.
that, like the balloons, just kind of lifted up out of nowhere and into the four of you.
Okay. Okay, next question. I love it.
How was
though.
I
Oh
on
my
time?
God.
Did I do well?
You lost.
Well, you're a little under,
Okay.
but that's okay. Any points for that one? I mean,
To be determined.
Okay.
okay.
I'll take that.
TBD. Got it.
That's more than I currently have.
All right.
Yeah.
What-
I mean, you're at a solid 2 3/4
2 3/4.
a point. Yeah,
2 3/4.
2 3/4
I
points.
thought I had
yeah.
negative points.
Yeah, you had -5, but you got 7 3/4.
Oh, for the
Yeah. So I mean,
character creation?
yeah, you started a negative. I don't think you understand the game.
No,
So
okay,
let's
no.
go on
I,
to the next question.
I feel like I missed some points
Yeah, I
being
was
given
like-
out there.
Oh yeah,
I don't
okay.
think you understand the rules of the game, so
I
we're just gonna
don't.
move
We're
on.
just-
I don't
skip
understand the
that.
rules at all.
What cartoon physic would you want to what? Oh, go ahead.
Would you want?
I think I wrote it wrong.
What cartoon physic would you want to? Oh, I wrote it wrong.
Ooh, ouch.
What cartoon physic would you want to see in real life?
Oh no.
That's what
Oh,
it is. That was my
no.
bad.
No, Scooter just doesn't know how to read. Let's be real. I have like an audio device in my ear.
Cartoon physics that
telling
I
me what to
would
say.
want to be real. I feel like being able to pick up a hole and throw it at a wall and step through would be the best.
Freaking portal
That would be-
action.
I
is
love
amazing.
that. Just like the idea of just like, here's this kind of hole I pull out of my pocket and just throw it at a wall and just step through it like, I'm in a hurry.
This
There's
is
a brick wall in
normal.
front of me. Just whack. Hoo, 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 hoo.
That
And then
is
reach back through, grab the edge, and yank it out with me.
That is pretty. Smart.
Okay. I have a lot of theories on certain things that I feel a human body can do. So
Okay.
please don't think I'm crazy.
This is going a weird place.
You can go there. But
See,
we talk about two different
I wanna see where this goes.
teleportation.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like is humanly possible, not by machine, and I also feel like levitation. But the
It's
only
called
limit,
jumping. No, I'm just kidding.
Jumping for
Or-
a very long time.
Yeah.
or tumbling on purpose.
Yeah.
But I really feel like mechanically our body has all the things to do that. We just don't know how to use it.
Well,
Interesting.
we only use a what?
10 to
10%.
15.
I don't know the validity of that study. It makes great quoting, but
Great science and
though technically you can already float and levitate technically, and you can, and teleportation is already theoretically possible and has already been theoretically proven on a very macroscopic level by quantum entanglement,
yes.
which I love. That
But-
is a thing.
But think about it. What causes those things to happen? Electronic pulses.
I feel like
I don't know exactly. I'd have to do more research into it. To be
Electronic pulses and controlled. That's how you do time travel. They have done time travel with protons.
Mm-hmm.
It's like nano less than whatever second, but they have done it, and it's all manipulation of arcs of electricity. What's your body operate on?
Arcs of electricity.
That's it.
arcs and luck.
Arcs.
Hey, shut up.
Arches.
Arches.
Arches. Arches of electricity.
We
We're
run
gonna
on
go-
Archie.
Arch the electricity.
The old comic.
McDonald's.
Yikes. Okay.
No, but I have many theories about
Did-
that. So for you to say that, it was like that to go through something and go somewhere else.
It's beautiful.
We would fix so many things on this planet.
Yeah, we can
if
go through
we
walls.
Could do that.
We could.
And create so
I
many
have a
more
hot take
problems.
there. I'm not going to go there. We could rob banks.
Yeah.
Create so many.
All right, we're gonna skip this. We don't support bank
With great
robbing.
portals comes great.
We would never do that. That's awful. It's a
Robbability.
crime. Don't do crimes, people.
Only on Thursdays.
We just think it. We just think it's funny.
Thursdays.
we think crimes.
I mean,
Yikes.
some.
Okay.
Okay.
What is something everyone looks stupid doing?
Something that everyone looks stupid doing.
Or a high percentage.
Oh, ooh, a high percentage crying. There's no one who cries.
It's like, wow, you're a pretty crier.
Yeah, no, literally, everybody looks stupid when they're crying.
That is true.
Yeah. Hot take there. I look stupid, you look stupid, we all look stupid. And that's okay. And that's
look
totally fine
dumb.
because crying is not a pretty act.
No.
See, I had a visual because my favorite is sneezing.
Sneezing, oh.
But
Yeah.
but a pre-sneeze, if you freeze frame it, looks like crying.
Okay, if you did sneezing in slow motion is the funniest thing, especially if they don't cover their mouth, because then you have that lip flap motion that is also real funny in slow motion,
lip flap
which is also really stupid on everybody's look.
It's true. Y'all look stupid with that lip flap.
Okay, sorry, hot take. Anybody in slow motion looks stupid.
It's true.
or if you freeze it, because half the time it's like we could be moving normal right now. If you click it slow, we're doing this a lot.
Oh yeah, it's human speed when you study it looks weird.
Constantly, we're doing that. In between.
We all look stupid. We're just got to end it there.
Yeah.
We're all stupid.
We're all stupid, and that's okay.
So
we
you're
all
saying
love you,
crying,
beautiful people.
But what is something everyone looks stupid doing?
In slow
being
motion.
human.
Being human in slow motion.
Humans look
Humans
stupid.
in slow motion, I think that's the
Humans
thing.
in slow motion do
Oh
look
my
stupid.
god.
Yeah.
Living. What is
Oh
something
my
everyone looks stupid
gosh.
doing? Living.
Oof.
All
Yikes.
right.
Straight
Next
to
That,
question.
regular.
that is a take.
What is your perfect pizza?
Why are you crying? Stop crying. You look so ugly doing
Pizzas
this.
are emotional,
now
man.
that I'm thinking, like, what's
Pizzas
my
are
perfect
emotional.
pizza? That's a
Give it
really
to us.
hard
We
thing.
need to visualize this.
It's super simple. It's just a really good pepperoni pizza.
boring.
I know. No,
But
a,
like
a
it has
real,
to be good. It has to be
real
good.
good
Do you have
pepperoni
like
pizza.
multiple different kinds of pepperoni?
Sure,
Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna limit to that,
There
but
are
just
levels
like-
of pepperoni.
that's true. There is
Do you
a
like
place
the
here.
Do you like the little tinies or do you like the biggies?
Actually, I like them both. Like
see.
Mountain Mike's pepperonis. the
Everybody
best.
loves mine.
Those things are
the
so
little,
good.
Little tiny little beep.
Well, it's because they're mini and they're kind of thick cut, so they curl up on themselves.
So you
when
like
they're cooked.
mini and thick.
So
But then
Girth.
also,
Yeah. So you
I
like
wasn't gonna go there.
You like girthy pizza.
but then you know the
Girthy
bigger
pepperoni.
sausage,
Yeah.
the bigger slices of pepperoni are also really good. Like there's another
You
place
started
here
to
in
say
Sacramento.
the bigger slices of sausage. I just
I'm sure exactly what I was
Okay,
going to say.
sorry.
Freudian
Pizza
slip
place.
there, people. No, but there's a pizza place here in Sacramento called Giovanni's. That's
Oh,
people
Giovanni's,
have
yeah.
mixed takes on it, but I personally grew up eating it. It's one of my favorite pizzas in Sacramento, and by God, their pepperoni pizza is to die for. It's also super greasy, so you got to watch out for that.
Well, I talk about this in different things, but like taste, I can't tell you something tastes good. That's not possible.
Mm-hmm.
I can just tell you what I feel tastes good. So when it comes to pepperoni, I have my favorites, right? And then you have your favorites. But a perfect pizza, is it only pepperoni?
No. Edward's perfect pizza is very different than mine. For me, I just feel very at home and very comfortable, and it's kind of just like eating a slice of childhood, I guess you could say. Like, you know, like...
It's not creepy. Oh, childhood.
I mean, it's nostalgia. It's the memory. Yeah. It's just the whole package that goes together when you eat the slice of pizza, that pepperoni pizza. Just like for me, it hits like a really kind of
hits a soft spot. In the
yeah,
heart.
thank you. Hits a soft spot. It's just like for me.
I can see that.
I love it.
I do too. I have a thing. There's certain foods. Most of it's to me like memories that stuff that triggers my childhood is olfactory stuff, like the smell of stuff. If it's a certain smell, I'm like, wow. I feel like I'm 7 years old right now.
Your sense memory is so crazy.
Yeah,
like when you actually look at human sense memory,
so there's a lot of smell
Yeah.
in different foods,
Yeah.
baked goods or something like that. It could go the other direction too. You're
oh,
like,
you trust me? Yeah, I have plenty of those smells.
no, Daddy, no. But
Not like that.
I have a side
My dad's
quest for
making
this question. Ranch?
No,
Ooh,
I don't
okay.
like ranch in general.
Okay.
That's
All
a
right.
personal thing.
I just you don't have to answer it. I just wanted to get that little side quest
Yeah,
in there.
it's fine.
Okay.
who asked that one? Did you ask? I did that one.
What?
The pizza one.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Doesn't
Who
really
wants to do
matter.
the next
Oh,
one?
I asked that one.
Oh, then me. I'm next.
I
What?
thought, I
don't
thought
even know
you
the own layout of your shows.
No. Have you not listened to this
that
podcast?
was a joke. Yes.
It's like we
We
write
know
down
we're-
some stuff and do it.
we know we're
Yeah.
doing 2% of the time.
2%.
That's
Pretty
We're
high.
getting
most.
better.
Yeah, we are
We're
improving.
getting better.
Yeah.
We have improved.
Okay.
What is your? Oh, you might have multiple ones, but your pet peeve word.
You know, I honestly I don't know. I'm okay with a lot of words that people are really uncool with, like moist.
I love that word. I think
It's
I
it's
think
a
it's
great.
great
a
word.
I think
Because
it's
it-
I think
funny
it's a
word.
great describer.
Because it offends people.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't either. I was like, oh, that's really moist, and they're like, ooh. Like,
They're instantly just
I
like,
like it
oh my
because of
god,
that."
why would you say that? And I'm just like, because it's moist. How else are you going to describe moist?
I love it for that reason.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just a word.
Yeah. I just like I'm thinking of the things that most people don't like word wise. Like, there's not any one particular word that makes me just kind of like
Go like, ugh.
Yeah, I go ugh, or kind of shiver and just like kind of recoil away. Like, honestly, I don't have a word that's like that. I'm sure people who know me know there's a word that I don't react very well to.
Can you guys please send us this word?
Like,
that way
every
we'll
time I
slay
say
it
this,
on
Patrick
social
goes,
media.
Yeah.
Like,
But
I'll cringe at a lot of things, but it's not like a pet peeve of mine. It's just because it's in the moment gross.
In the moment, gross.
Context.
Yes,
That
the context is very
context
important.
gross. Great.
Yes.
But it's not one blanket word.
I used to have. I mean, as I become more in the community and talk to a lot of different cultures and stuff, like I'm getting less pet peeve words. So I don't.
I still have one pet peeve word.
What is it?
Romper.
Romper?
Romper. It just sounds terrible.
Romper. So
Like the clothing?
Yes, it sounds terrible.
Have you heard of romp hymns?
Yeah,
So
the
rompers
romp
are
hymns are
awful.
great. I'm fine with romp hymn, but
Really?
it's romper, and I'm just like,
have you
it's
heard
just
of Romper Room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a TV show. So I'm like sitting
I
there
don't
going,
like that.
Oh no, romper. Are you thinking of it as a describer
No, romper the clothing
or
article.
just a noun?
Okay, we're
No. Is
we're
romp-
going past this.
Is romp okay?
Romp?
Yeah.
Romp.
I think it might be romp.
Is it
But
romp?
but romp him is fine. But in romp her, it's not. But that sounds like a lot of society right there, right?
Yeah.
People?
Maybe?
I don't know, but yeah. Anyways,
I
There
have
you
a lot
go.
of little small ones, but
oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, but they have a lot of girth, so it's fine. But no, when it comes to
Oh my
small
God, I'm
words,
gonna die.
small words, not
Small
small
words.
ones. I feel like the word "any" is annoying.
any.
Because it's just like any.
Why
The more
was
you the more you say it, the
Any.
dumber it sounds.
Any?
Any.
I don't know
Any.
why I
It sounds
instantly
twangy
started
after a
thinking
while.
of like an any, but
And
I
I
was
feel
like,
like- And like the,
Yeesh.
I feel like the is very lazy. The.
well, when you say it like that,
Yeah.
dear
But that's how
Lord.
it's pronounced. It's like the. It's not the or the. It's the.
I think it's the mouth formation when you make that word the.
The.
It just it
It
ends on
takes
such
two-
kind of a blah sound that it always just kind of sounds kind of low.
Like cattle.
Okay, never
Like-
mind.
I mean, I don't know about that.
No, just
like
there's certain words
like
that-
And they go,
cattle.
"Bah."
and it's only when they're
Like
by
cattle.
themselves. Like anytime I can go to the mall. It doesn't sound.
That's not
the mall.
cattle.
But if you take the word itself and just say the word, I feel like it's like.
See, this is what you
An
do:
any.
is you take the word the and then do it the proper way and say the.
I would love
That's
to.
true.
Just
And
use
then you're
the
like
instead.
pretentious dick.
The oh,
Then pull up your white glove and slap him across the face and challenge him to a duel. And that's how we handle that.
welcome
I'm
to the
going
new
to
world.
do that next time. I need more white gloves.
No, just keep one in your back pocket just for that moment. You just kind of pull it out as you're just staring them right in the face, not saying a word. Put the white glove on, take it off, slap them.
I'm okay
and
with this.
Then say, "I challenge you," and then put it away.
I feel like okay.
But then
I'm
walk.
going to go
but then
on
you
a
have to
tangent.
walk away.
I'm gonna go on a tangent
Okay.
for this reason.
Okay.
Because that sparked something
This,
in me.
Okay.
We talked about-
hold
I
on,
think
hold
it's
on. This
called-
pauses your time.
Yeah,
by
there's
the way.
there's a movie called Fighting with Your Family.
Okay.
You mean real
has-
life?
yeah.
Now it has
Thanksgiving?
Dwayne Johnson in it. Has Dwayne Johnson in it. It's about a real life like WWE star that.
You mean
she-
Dwayne Johnson's life?
Yeah. But what they talk about is receipts, and it means if you do something stupid and you know you're not supposed to do it, you just smack them.
With a receipt?
That's a receipt. You're like,
Oh.
I'll give you one shot. Psh, stop doing
Okay. I was thinking
feel like,
smacking someone with a
that.
receipt.
The white glove is similar, right? It was like that. You've gone too far. I challenge you to a duel.
You've
I
gone
feel
too
like-
far. I'm gonna slap the shit out of you once.
No, just once. Just
Yeah.
I'm not talking like smack them to where they can't hear out of their left ear.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm talking about just a smack across the face. Is like that's not okay, right? Because we
It
talk
check
about it all the
yourself
time and
flat.
go, I don't like what you're saying. And they're like, well, fuck you. That's where we've gotten to.
See, I think
So-
I think the slap of the white glove is also not entirely necessary depending on the situation. Because you can probably just hold it up and then throw it on the ground because that is also a Shakespearean challenge.
Yes, it is. So I'm
There's
just saying,
little-
there's some things, there's some stuff to that I feel like
It's a thing.
Yeah.
You should bring that shit
I
back.
think it's Henry IV. Is we there's a scene where literally people just taking off their gauntlets and throwing them on the ground. An entire one scene, just like 5 people have challenged each other in just the span of like 2 sentences.
Why can't we do that with just like basic LARPing?
I mean,
Dual
honestly, can't we just do that in real life? Just like
I mean,
pull
it's
off a glove and just throw it on the ground. Like, I challenge you. Like,
to
I
a
need
LARP.
this.
We don't have to stab each other or shoot
No,
each
but
other.
we
but
can
I'm just
challenge
like,
them to like a thumb war.
all of a sudden, boom, swords come out, or a card game comes out, or something comes out that we go, let's just do a challenge.
If you could play
That'd be
a
great.
card game to settle honor duels, I would love that.
We are
That would be
winning.
great. Yeah.
I think we need
We
to
are
start this
winning
as
at
a
life.
thing, people. We need
Oh,
to start this.
It's going to happen. I'm
Card-
Carry a
making
white glove, or actually, really any glove for that matter.
Making a note.
And then a pack of cards in your back pocket at any given time. And when someone pisses you off, it just says, "I challenge you to a duel." Pull out your glove, throw it on the
Card
ground, and then
dueling.
pull the cards out.
I
and
feel like
let's do this now.
I feel like they need to be the waterproof ones because I don't know about you guys, but whenever I put something in my back pocket and I'm walking around a lot, like things get sweaty.
I think it's just you,
Okay, maybe. Well, maybe I wear tighter pants. I don't know.
granted.
I don't know, but like my ass gets sweaty.
I
No,
can't
just
even,
be
I
real
can't
here.
even start.
Get
on-
like some leather, like some fake leather, and
Okay,
make
what?
a little like
Man,
satchel on your belt pocket, like for a belt loop.
Everybody needs a card satchel.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
so a
we
fanny
were
pack.
okay. So anyway,
Yes,
No, I mean,
card satchel
realistically,
sounds cooler.
I
Okay,
understand that. I'm actually
utility
wanting
belt.
one now.
It's a utility belt. It's not a fanny pack. It's a utility belt.
yeah, utility
Oh,
belt.
whatever.
All right. Last but not least, your timer started again.
Excellent.
What was your last use emoji?
Last used emoji.
Did you want to check?
No, don't look.
No, I
Don't-
think my
no,
last
don't look.
used
He'll lie.
emoji.
Why? Can show us.
If he
What do
looks, he'll lie.
you- what?
I think it was like
charisma's
just
15.
I think it was just one of the smiley faces. Honestly,
You're so vanilla. What's up with this, man?
No,
oh my gosh.
it was
pepperoni
it was
pizza.
to a
smiley
it was
face.
to a friend. I'm not gonna send some weird. Actually, I would send some weird emojis to some of them.
See, that's what
But
I'm saying.
someone else talking to, I wouldn't. I'm just
well,
like,
Rysa, what was yours then?
Oh, I have to actually look because I don't
I think
know.
mine was a fist bump thing.
Nice.
Like
You
two-
use the fist bump a lot.
you do. It's
like,
wonderful. I like it.
what? Or I do the rock on. I was like,
I will
Yeah, I don't
say,
know
it wasn't my recently used, but the juggler man is one of my new favorite emojis because it makes no sense. It's just a guy standing straight juggling. Anyways, my recent one was
Mr. Mime.
the smiley one with the one little sweat bead coming down.
Mm.
The awkward, yeah,
Mood.
yeah,
yeah.
same. Okay, so yours is just a
Anxiety is
smiley
life.
face.
Yeah, I honestly, I've only like really started using emojis pretty recently.
Welcome.
I know,
To
I-
2019.
Honestly,
don't
I
know.
never, I never
Yeah.
really used them. Yeah, honestly, for some reason, I just kind of started picking them up. Like, I might as well do this, and
Just send
Yeah.
Juggler Man to people in response. Please, people, start doing this. Juggler
my
Man
God.
is
Juggler Man.
hilarious.
He
Don't
needs
use.
more support.
You just have to do Juggler Man. Like it's priceless.
Just Juggler
um,
Man.
Just choose Juggler.
Oh my
Man.
God.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
Does
send
that
my.
mean
I'm
we
gonna send
got
my.
past round one?
Yeah,
Yes, I'm gonna send my friend.
Juggler Man.
I'm gonna just send it without context to her.
Just send
So
Juggler Man.
yeah.
Yeah.
he's at 2.75 points.
2 put 2.
Is that what you said? 2 and 3
4.
quarters?
I'm gonna give you You got some good stuff there. Great content. I'm gonna give you 49 points.
49.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
49.
That's good.
Do you know how much? Do you have any prizes you can get with 49 points?
I don't know.
Probably nothing.
Yeah.
Because we don't know.
Yeah.
So if you want to tell us, we'll figure that out. Round 2.
Level 2.
We're making it to round 2, people.
Hey,
Good
look at
job.
that.
You
So
survived.
this one gets a little ramped up because there's still a time limit.
Okay. Good to know.
So round 2, we need to talk about you a
Yeah.
little
Oh.
bit.
Oh.
'Cause, yeah.
Yeah, we're concerned.
Same.
We're concerned. I mean, you
You
filled out
like
the
you like
survey.
girthy sausage, and
Yeah.
you can't spell your name properly.
Yeah, and then you filled out a survey, and
Valid.
we found some like very concerning things.
Oh
like,
gosh.
we know what your likes and dislikes are, so
Yeah.
we're trying to understand how to pronounce the first one.
How badly did I write all?
Turturburgus? Turturburgus? What is that? Turtur.
TTRPGs.
Oh,
I just like going church to
Well,
purg.
I'm trying to understand No.
Really? You're trying to understand what that means? Let's be honest, buddy.
So, with your Church of Purgers,
Sounds like a burger.
yeah, I feel like we need to like have some sort of intervention here. What
Okay.
the hell?
Yeah.
Why
the hell is
why
this?
is that something that you really like?
Why do I like tabletop role-playing games? I don't know.
It's an acronym.
Yes.
Scooter knows this,
The capitals should have. Okay.
Honestly, it's weird. I didn't start playing like tabletop role-playing games at all until college. Which
been
actually,
missing
I
out.
talked to a lot of people about this, and they have the exact same experiences.
but college gets weird.
Yes, it does. Very much so. My
Great.
first, I picked up the game. We played a couple of sessions, and then I took over as a game master right then and there, basically. And
Whoops. Yeah.
it's been downhill ever since.
Yeah,
I could not
basically.
play a game of D&D, Pathfinder, whatever, without having to be the game master.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, can you be the game master? And you just go, yeah,
sure.
of course.
My
And
life
if,
is
and if
entirely
anybody's
consumed.
listening doesn't know what a tabletop role-playing game is, look up what Time to Tabletop is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all over the place. So tabletop role-playing
We
games.
out there.
You basically play a fantasy game with friends. You come up with stuff with a basic set of rules that'll
You
kind of
use your
help.
brain.
Well, it'll kind of decide whether or not you succeed or fail, are a lot of the rules, and how you succeed and fail in your decisions. And it can vary from just any sort of zombie apocalypse all the way to medieval times to future times.
Westerns.
Post-apocalypse.
Westerns, all that kind of stuff. So look into it. If you're listening to this and you don't know what that is, please look into it.
And if you've ever been like, oh, I've always wanted to do that, but I just don't have the time or anything like that, dude, like at least you
Give it a
gotta
shot.
go
Yeah.
You
give
may
it
hate
a
it.
shot.
You
yeah.
may hate it.
It might be something that you never want to do again, and that's okay. But I would say at least give it a chance.
Yeah, but is that why you like how is it, tabletop role-playing games? Is that why?
TTRPGs?
Because of college?
No, it just kind of started there. I honestly love the ability to create something that is so uniquely not this, not mundane reality. Not, like the things you read in books; those are a lot of fun. But when you can actually create and then build a world together with a bunch of people, it is like actively create something with other people together. It is just the most wonderful experience. I have so much fun doing it. Every time, like even if I'm like dead exhausted, I'm sick of writing all these things. The moment we sit down and play a game, either for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours,
It just pumps you.
yeah, honestly, it just re-energizes me to go back and then keep on writing more, and then the vicious cycle continues.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, like I find a lot of fun playing as a player in these sort of games. But playing as a game master,
Yes.
a dungeon master, it's so much fun. It is so rewarding.
You have all.
We
the
just need more
control.
people to do it.
Yeah.
Really.
That way
Please,
you can
please,
actually
we need
play
more
a game.
people to do it.
Please let Patrick play a game.
Please.
I just want to play. No, but that rolls into the other, you put on here, the next one was fiction.
Yes.
And fiction is, really rolls into that. This is a conversation I had with my wife right before this podcast, was I do a lot better off the cuff than I do if I want to write something out. Give me something to interact with. That's why I became a game master, and I don't think I've ever played ever since. I've always been a game master because of that. I like that part of it. It's like, I have no idea what's going to happen, so let's see what happens. So fiction, does that roll into that for you? Or
technically, tabletop role-playing games rolled into that. Like it was
cool.
Yeah, like fiction was my love long before that. I have had a lifelong love with writing, specifically fiction. I mean, really anything for that matter. I've been writing fiction since like second grade, and probably even before that.
Nice.
Yeah, there's actually some creative writing things that my mom has kept from when I was in second grade. I have never looked at them because I don't want to.
There
but
might be some gems, okay?
I'm sure there are. But the thing is, people have always lauded me like Patrick is a super creative person. He writes pretty well. I wouldn't call myself a master or anything, but it's one of the things that I still to this day, I love writing, and I've always wanted to be a writer, be an author. to bring people joy through the things that I create. And obviously, with tabletop role-playing games, you create that world with other people, but when you're writing fiction on your own, for the most part, you're doing it by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of fun that can be had there, but it also be kind of lonely, to be honest.
Yeah,
So
for
of course,
sure.
I
But
surround
that's
myself.
okay sometimes. I mean,
Yeah.
Not if it's by choice. I mean, not by choice to
Yeah.
be lonely. But if you're choosing to be alone, it's
Yeah.
not lonely.
And it's one of the things I've looked back at the things I've written in the past. I keep almost everything. The only things I don't have were things that have literally been stolen from me
Okay.
because they were in a bag that got stolen, which is a whole other side point that I'm still bitter about.
That happened
2 years
to me,
later.
That happened to me in Kennewick, Washington. A whole notebook of all my writings and my poetry and all my songs.
Oh, your slam poetry?
Heck yeah,
Sometimes. But
Pacific Northwest, baby.
Yeah.
seriously, all that got stolen out of a backpack. I was like, oh.
They just saw gold and they had to steal
It's
that
probably in like a hit. It's probably that metal. Your metalhead buddies probably singing it right now.
Most likely, they looked through, saw nothing of value, and tossed it to the wind because that's what happened with
They
mine.
could have
most
started
likely.
a fire with it or something. It's paper.
Possibly,
Come on.
yes.
gold. Could have started some.
Could have saved
it
somebody's
could've-
life.
Yeah. You saved someone's life because they stole your
Did
shit.
that when it comes to where does video games like tie into that though? With your fiction, tabletop role playing games, to me they're closely woven.
So all of my interests are very closely woven to each other, and that's
same.
maybe that's a fault there, but I don't think so personally.
Mm-mm.
Honestly, video games allow me the ability to just kind of set myself aside and be able to relax and unwind that writing and role-playing games don't. Like, they energize me, like writing and creating new things, and then obviously playing role-playing games with other people and writing stories for those things. But video games just like allow me to, deplete the batteries fully and then allow myself the ability to recharge. Kind of gives me that fresh
Introverts
start.
unite.
What?
Introverts unite.
Oh, absolutely.
telling you,
I'm
video games-
very much an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
Video games are my recharge.
Yes.
They recharge my whole being. Like, this happens often. Like, I put a notebook next to my bed, and if I play a video game right before I go to bed, I will wake up in the middle of the night and have an amazing idea to write down.
Mm-hmm.
You should
And-
pop some acid before you go to bed.
Oh, it's basically the same thing. I mean, but now I'm considering that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm too afraid of my own mind to do that.
Yeah, I
'cause
haven't
I'm
done that since,
sure
like, high
whatever
school.
I see will be much worse than anything I've ever written, and I've written some pretty good horror
You
stuff.
gotta wake up and be like, oh my god, what just happened?
No, but seriously, I used to get up and then tell my wife, and then she's like, I don't listen to you in the middle of the night, so get a notebook.
I am sleeping.
No, she goes, I don't. I'm like, I want to, but I can't. So she goes, get a notebook, put it next to your bed. So, no, really, video games, because you can do a bunch of writing and a bunch of, like, organizing and running businesses or whatever and working. But those video games, oh, my God. There's something in your brain that I feel like every human being has to play more games. In general, that's my MO. But video games, everybody plays a video game.
Mm-hmm. Even if they go, oh, I totally don't play a video game, check your phone.
No, yeah,
Check
I'm
your phone.
thinking like people I know who
Open
don't
up
play
your
video
phone,
games. They
dude.
play things
I
like,
guarantee you there's something on your phone.
Connect Threes, the matching games, which are again wonderful games to play.
Flappy
No,
Bird.
There's nothing wrong with those.
Any
games.
of them. I was like, they're an action. It's a recharge.
Mhm.
Now, it can become an obsession and then a problem. And then that's a whole different. That's me too.
Yeah.
It depends on
Mood.
the game. I was like, I could be there forever.
Me and the new Pokemon
But,
game.
um,
I was up to almost 1 o'clock this morning playing. I don't know why.
Bad News
good.
Bears.
I just couldn't stop playing. I was having so much fun.
When'd you find one? My last one that I got sucked into was Human Fall Flat.
Oh my god, that's such a
couldn't-
glorious
I could
game.
not stop. I just
It's-
I just sat there and was like, I can't row this boat. Okay, what do I do?
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I have to alert you though.
Yes.
And this is something Rysa doesn't even know. We just had a random encounter in this game. Random encounter.
Okay.
Woo-woo! Okay, here's the question for you.
I had the Pokemon battle music going through my head.
Oh, here. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
If you were a flavor of ice cream, what would it be and as that flavor of ice cream, why or why would you not watch Rick and Morty?
Solid.
Oh my god, that is such a weird question. I think I would be. This is gonna kind of get. I would be matcha green tea ice cream.
Oh, dang.
But inside the
Did you
ice
say
cream,
Ogadang?
I know, right? But inside the ice cream would be those tapioca,
Pearls?
The little
the
bubbles,
pearls,
but
yeah, the boba pearls
boba-
inside that ice cream.
That sounds like it would break your teeth.
Yeah, well, no, or at least on,
Or
on
do you
top,
want it,
or
like,
on
on top?
Maybe
Okay,
just on top
okay.
because they would freeze and that'd be kind
Yeah,
of
I was about to
difficult.
say, that would be like...
because those technically are put in warm, but yeah.
Yeah.
So I think as a topping, that would have to go on top.
So
though.
that's your
it'd be
flavor.
mandatory, yeah.
It's your flavor.
So,
okay.
Question's not over.
Okay, and why
As,
do I not?
no, not you, but as that flavor of ice cream, why or why would you not watch Rick and Morty? Channel the values of your flavor.
So, as that flavor with matcha green tea ice cream with
sentence
boba
is
pearls on top, I don't think they would watch Rick and Morty. Not because they disagree with anything that the show does or anything that, but because they're too distracted by other things, such as,
Boba.
yeah, boba, as
like, wow.
like cartoons and stuff like that. They'd be
Rick
much
and
more.
Morty's a cartoon?
Let me rephrase it. Sorry, like
Okay.
Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon,
Okay,
old
there
school
you go.
cartoons.
Like Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, Scooby Doo. More of I'm thinking more of like early 2000s, so like Avatar: The Last Airbender kind of
Okay.
era.
Okay.
Some real good things.
I was thinking Angry Beavers, but okay.
Okay, yeah, that'd be really funny. I just think that they would just be too distracted watching other things to really like. They'd know Rick and Morty's thing, and they'd be like, oh, I've seen a bit here and there, but you know what? What about this? Look at Avatar. Look at all these other things going on.
So you feel like your flavor is more of a like 2000s classic.
Yeah,
You're
it's
so
it's a
2000s
it's a
late.
bit more of a kind of lurking back for the nostalgia. I'm a really nostalgia person, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Girthy
I
sausage.
love-
Jeez. Still going there, huh?
Oh,
Watch
you
out.
said it. It's recorded.
I
so
know
it
it.
cannot be taken back. So,
Okay, no. I never said those string of words. You said that.
There is the
You're
end.
welcome.
That was never my string
There
of
was
words.
a random encounter,
Random
and
Yes.
you rolled an 8, which is completely irrelevant.
Yeah, it was just a
But
pretty
it
bad
might
roll,
have
to be
some
honest.
hit points or some points involved. Any points want to be awarded to his Rick and Morty Bobo Tea?
2.
2.
Valid.
All right. +2.
I feel like it's kind of like, a little boring at times. Sorry.
No, that's brilliant. That was freaking brilliant.
So
2 is a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, last one was
2 is
49. But are you supposed to be? Is this a?
do you want low points or high
Is
points?
it supposed to be a low score or
Is
a high
it-
score?
is
Have
this
you not
golf
read
or
the
is this
rules?
basketball?
Have you not read? You haven't read the rules.
No one
Is
gave
this
me the
golf?
rules.
I mean, this could be a golf. You're supposed to be. Oh man, you should.
Yeah, I know.
There you go.
I want
You
that,
should have
that
read
le-
all through the disclaimer. They have some like 2.
Dude, that disclaimer you put together is like 65 pages
Yeah,
long, and half of it is in German, some of it's in old
That's
school
why I
Latin,
put the font at 2.
and then
The
wingdings
font
too.
size is at 2.
Yeah.
So that you can really get all of it on one piece of paper.
But then how do you translate the wingdings? I don't understand that.
Magnifying
language.
glass.
Those are scratch and sniff.
You,
know,
didn't smell a root beer? That's where you fucked
You know,
up. You have to smell
you
the
know,
root beer.
I should have learned German better because I'm pretty sure that was in the German instructions.
Germans
Yeah.
scratch and sniff too, right?
No,
Oh.
it just
Does that just,
I
what
mean,
does that,
I could
what
get
does
real
that
bad.
smell
'Cause
like?
it makes-
Pretzels and beer?
sauerkraut.
Oh my
oh,
god.
that could be a thing.
No, I would
Dislikes.
not want that to be.
Dislikes.
Dislikes.
I'm only gonna ask you one dislike because this is the only one I really care about.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
good
You
to
said
know.
that you dislike boats. What the fuck? Why you got some?
Why would you dislike a
I
boat?
have
Like a
hor-
boat.
You got some
I have
gruff.
horrible
boats.
experiences with boats.
What do they attack you?
Yeah, but the
No.
boat? What'd the boat do?
Nothing. The
Boaty
boat did
McBoat face.
the boat did nothing to me. The circumstance did. No,
See, so you don't like circumstances.
So I think that obviously there wasn't a whole lot of space to put all this in. That it's not just boats, but it's also the open water that surrounds it. Like
okay. So
I love swimming. I can't do open bodies of water. I don't know. What
I
the
like
deal
swimming
is.
in a pool.
In
I like swimming.
10 by 10.
Yeah,
No, I can hear what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I mean,
I really actually can.
it goes back to childhood trauma, to be honest.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
no.
like nothing horrible. It's just kind of like things that stuck in my memory and
You're
just
so
kind of
against
this like.
boats,
I mean,
though.
I can start the clock because I charge
Yeah.
about $2.25 an hour.
I'm
if you
fine.
wanna.
I'm fine. I have medical insurance.
So against the boats. Negative.
Yeah,
Negative 8 for boat
see, no, I'm
hatred.
okay with that because boats can go, can go,
But
can go,
I
just
understand
go,
that. It was like,
get out of here, leave.
there's certain things that just bodies of water can be like intimidating.
Yeah, but that's not a
Very-
boat.
No, like I don't like the idea of going on boats. Honestly, like
But just
I know, but
surrounded by
it's,
water.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
not
that
like
makes
necessarily the boat itself. It's the fact that you're in a
Where
boat.
it's the
in the middle
situation
of an
in a boat.
open body of
It's
water.
the boat
Yeah.
situation.
Yes, sure. Let's go with that.
Circumstantial. Now, if the boat is docked, it
Circumstantial.
was like land, water, cool.
Even then, that still skews me
Yeah.
out, man.
Yeah?
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I
at
I'm
all.
okay with it.
Jeez.
I'm not like, woo, let's go on a boat. But
I
I did a lot.
every
of boat.
time I
I-
wake up, I say that. Am I the only one?
Probably
Woo!
not.
Am I
let's
the
go
only
on a
one
boat.
on a boat?
Yeah.
So I actually, my family used to, my dad used to own a boat way back in the day before it sunk. Irrelevance.
Ooh,
It sunk because of high wind and waters in Tahoe. Sunk twice technically, but we boated across Lake Tahoe,
wow.
and in windy morning weather where it's choppy, I was not okay.
That doesn't. No, that's not fun. The
yeah,
choppy. is
that's
not
I
great.
honestly like. It's like I mean like I have no problem with it's just the whole thing is like I don't like boats.
When it comes down to it, boats. Okay,
When it comes down to it, boats.
fair enough. All right, so for
I'll
that,
take those negative whatever points.
yeah, it's only for boats. So there you go. Okay.
That's fine
Okay,
by me.
I'm good with that. So, round two.
Figure
you
out my
have
other dislikes
completed-
were.
You have completed round two, sir.
Good job.
Because you answered some personal questions.
Oh wow!
You
Look
got
at
to
that.
be like, we got to know you just a little bit.
Yeah. I'm an open book.
Let's see how far this.
Not an open boat though.
No, not an open boat.
Ooh.
Which is
Worse.
hilarious because I've always wanted to raft down the Sacramento River the entirety of it.
Really?
Yeah,
Rivers
I don't know
aren't
why.
So bad. I
No,
don't feel
rivers
like-
are really
Yeah,
fun.
like, but I'm talking like a raft.
No,
like,
yeah,
we build
like-
our own raft and actually go down like a la
Oh.
Huckleberry Finn.
Oh
I
yeah,
would
no,
do
that's
That'd be fun.
I would totally do
You
that.
definitely
I'm sure I
crash.
would.
you would definitely crash.
Oh yeah, but it's still
I
be fun.
mean, yeah,
But it's a river.
100% crash.
100% crash.
It's
100% probably.
100%
Put the raft
boat.
out there and it just sinks.
It's a river.
And that's why I don't go on
And we're
boats.
done.
Okay, so you completed round 2. We know you a little bit more. We
Hey.
understand your boat hatred.
The world knows me better than I do, apparently.
And then we get to boss battle. Boss battle.
Boss battle.
Any points for round two?
No.
0.
No, it's for the boat hatred. No, he got negative
Ooh,
8, so.
Ouch.
You got -8.
Yeah, I'm
Ooh.
telling it. You know.
-8.
So boss battle.
Okay.
Really exciting.
That's a rough
Yeah.
one.
These questions are hard-hitting questions because they came from our previous person.
Our previous guest
Oh.
Our previous guest was
Valerie.
Val.
Oh,
So
gosh.
Valerie was our inaugural of season 2.
Oh.
And we have not aired it,
Mhm.
but you'll hear it
I'm sure I will.
because this will air afterwards. And
Yeah.
you know how time works?
No.
I don't, because it's
Time's
a social
weird.
construct.
Yes, thank you. It
Whoa.
is very much a social construct.
No, I have many theories, not theories, but I'm very opinionated about a time.
While we're on time, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. If you haven't watched that, please go watch.
There's
Yeah.
a German TV show called Dark. That's
I don't like that.
pretty good.
Okay, we're gonna
It does
skip.
time travel. You should.
Okay, I'll have to watch that.
The,
Okay,
there's a content warning in the first like 4 minutes that I'll tell you afterwards we're not on there. But people who would listen to this and want to watch it, there's some pretty dark, heavy stuff that happens in the first 4 minutes. And I apologize, but the show gets way better from there.
yikes.
Oh,
Okay.
I love time.
Yeah,
stuff
it's
because
a good time travel show.
I have very strong opinions about it.
Okay, so
It's also German. Which is nice.
everybody go watch Dark German show and watch Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Don't
YouTube.
hug me, I'm scared. On
Don't Hug
YouTube.
Me, I'm Scared.
Got it.
yeah, there's one about time. It's
Well,
great.
these questions are asked by Valerie. She did not know who the next guest was, so they are just questions. She always wants them to be answered.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll start off
Yeah, go for
Bring
it.
it.
because I'm opinionated about this one.
Oh yes.
Your favorite Disney princess?
Ooh. Favorite Disney princess.
legal?
What?
You would
If you've
know.
listened to our podcast, there's some
There-
discussion on what makes a legal princess, what makes an official Disney princess, and oh my god.
Because let's
Yeah.
be honest, Flynn Rider
And
from Tangled, he is the true Disney princess.
I mean, yeah.
Flynn?
Flynn Rider.
That's a pretty good one. Okay, no, yeah, that's a great answer.
Though if we're talking about actual Disney princesses,
I'm okay with Flynn.
No, yeah,
man.
Flynn-
Meredith and Brave.
Meredith, okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have
But
a-
I'm super into the Flynn
Dude,
concept.
Flynn Rider. Just like
I'm
when
very
you
excited.
ask that question, just like before you even mention the whole thing, just like Flynn Rider. So that's
Oh
what I'm
my God.
going with.
100%. Okay.
100% Flynn Rider. He's
You
so
had-
good.
you
Yes.
had me at Flynn, man.
Okay, I'm down with the Flynn. So, like, way too much.
That's so good, right?
When was the last time you were blackout drunk?
Oh my God! The last one was Blackout drunk.
Yesterday. I was on a
No, it
boat.
wasn't.
We
It
don't need a
was-
day and time. We need a description.
What
Oh my
happened? Situation.
God. So, some of the people that I know will probably love that I'm telling this story because we all find it hilarious. It was our last year of college.
Yeah.
We were all hanging out at my place. My roommate was not. My roommate still, well, we were at the time, good friend of mine now still, doesn't drink, so he was sober through the entire bit. So he managed to fill in some pieces here and there.
Yes.
We decided to play the drinking game of life.
Okay.
I don't remember the rules.
Okay.
I don't think they really even
You
matter.
don't read the rules, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, no, the rules for the drinking portion.
You didn't
of
read
the
the rules for this game, so we just know you don't read rules. So I get it.
There's that's
College.
very true. So during that whole point, we were drinking Fireball and the hard cider.
Those together
Yes.
are really good.
It's
honestly.
so good. I
It-
don't
it,
know.
like,
If,
it
there's
warms.
an actual technical name for it, but I don't care.
I don't remember.
Anyways, but it's really good. And honestly,
It was
if,
the
if
same night.
Yeah.
If you
That-
don't remember.
it's that cinnamon with the
Yeah, the
cider,
apple.
it's
It's
so
really
good.
tasty. Very
No.
fall.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we were drinking those the entire night. It was me and 3 other friends, and then I decided to pull a prank on one of my friends. He asked, "Hey, do you have any vodka? Hey, do you have any vodka?" I'm like, "Yes, I had vodka." I didn't. So I went to my cupboard, and I took out one of my shot glasses, and I filled it halfway up with absinthe.
Brilliant.
Which, by the way, the real version of absinthe is clear. Anything that's green, be questioning about it.
Yes.
Because it's not supposed to look like that unless it says Vert absinthe on it.
green absinthe. No.
Yeah. A lot of times if it
That's
doesn't say Vert on it,
Yeah.
it was just dyed.
Yeah.
Like Green Fairy, don't ever drink it. It's atrocious. So I give it to him. He slams it back and is just like, "This isn't vodka. What the hell is this?" I'm like, "What's absinthe?" I leave it out.
Oh,
Did
no.
you
We all
guys
have a good laugh.
drink all the absinthe?
No. My friend, though, decided that she wanted to refill my drink. So she grabbed the bottle of absinthe when I was already drunk and wasn't looking, and she topped off my glass, maybe about a shot and a half's worth.
That's too much
absinthe?
absinthe. That is too much.
Yeah.
Well, when you're already
Don't
drunk.
you
yeah.
think that's why I blacked out?
Dude, oh no.
Absinthe is like 60% ABV. It is like it's
There's
120
a lot.
proof.
The true
A
absinthe.
shot and a half is a lot
But
on
would
its
you
own.
want to pass it out? I mean, it has more of a Jaeger taste than it does vodka.
You know, yes, it
So,
has
I was
it has a
like-
licorice.
But
anise
when
flavor to
you're
it.
drunk,
Yeah.
you don't notice.
Do you
I
know
I
that-
was just like sitting there like,
Um,
I mean, I played the game with Jaeger and said absinthe. Gave him absinthe instead.
I don't
But-
do anything with Jaeger because it's fucking gross.
I love
Oh,
Jaeger.
I
I
love
love
Jaeger.
you personally. I love
Y'all
it personally.
nasty.
You all nasty.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
So, anyways, the night goes on. We all black out. I wake up the next morning. There's a trash bag that was thrown in my face when I was laying on my bed. In case I had to vomit, which was just on the ground next to me. I didn't. I actually felt pretty good the next day.
Nice.
I rallied like a champ because it was college. Go to my bathroom. Realized that my bathroom is sparkling clean. I mean, I keep it clean, but it was cleaner than it was the day before. I'm just like, what happened? My friends aren't there. No one's there except for my roommate. He's just like, yeah, they're someone came by and picked them up like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm just like, and they just left me at my own home.
They're like,
blackout
bye.
drunk. So apparently, we were having some weird conversations. One of my friends was over next to my roommate who was watching tennis, and she was sitting there tracking the ball as it went across during rallying, just like actually physically moving her
Yeah.
head along with it. Then 2 of them vomited, and then my friend Julian, he was the second one to vomit. He decided that he was kind of distraught that we were making a mess of my place. He cleaned. He got cleaning supplies, and at like 2 o'clock in the morning, cleaned my bathroom. Drunk.
Some Home Depots are open 24 hours.
Well, I had cleaning stuff in the bathroom,
Yeah.
obviously. I mean, like, there's stuff there. He just grabbed it and just started cleaning. I'm just like, what?
No
what?
joke. I was drunk off my ass. I started cleaning. I started mopping the floor at a place that was not mine. I have done that.
Yeah, it was a
Now,
crazy night.
I will never do that.
Yeah,
I
was.
love that. That was great.
That was a night that I honestly can no longer
And that was
remember.
the last time?
That was the last, and technically the first.
All right.
One and done.
I can drink a lot, but I make sure to
But-
before I go to blackout
But
territory.
you do claim
job.
that you're very nostalgic.
Yes.
So maybe we needed to plan another one?
No,
I mean,
No,
you like to relive
never.
and go,
We're gonna
whoa,
top
that
that
was
off
great.
with a little
never
absinthe.
that night. Mainly because absinthe is expensive as hell,
It is,
man.
if
It's
you
a
get the real stuff, yeah.
$70 bottle of
Yeah, you're
alcohol.
absolutely right.
Very expensive.
I'm
Well,
not spending that again.
That's a great story.
I
man.
love that.
I actually still have that bottle of absinthe. It's not finished
Yikes.
yet.
Oh, yikes.
I mean,
Time to recreate
we'll
this.
see what happens.
No.
with the points of the boss battle, because you are fighting the boss, which is us.
Yes.
We have to believe you.
Yeah.
Like these
great.
can't be.
I like how.
Why would I mean?
we-
Like I omitted some things to protect people's identities.
Well,
and-
yeah.
and-
Copyright.
Yeah, for copyright.
Yeah.
To protect the dignity of people, because there's other things
But
that
Walt
those are
Disney was
pretty.
there,
Those are pretty interesting
and-
nights.
no,
I did get slapped that night actually. My friend
See,
just
that's
kind of
what you-
slapped me across the face.
That's what you get.
See?
Yeah.
You got a receipt.
I
You got a receipt.
I thought it was hilarious. We were all laughing. My roommate was like,
Yeah.
"What the hell is going on?"
She slapped me. It was hilarious.
Whatever we
Yeah.
want. That's what's going on. So here comes the real.
Okay. The real question, because that wasn't the second one.
No,
Wasn't the real
every
filler.
every question before this one are fillers.
Up until this point, they've been filler questions.
Ooh, good to know.
So
We're building
here's
anticipation.
our ultimate boss battle question.
For all the points.
Asked by
Yeah.
Val. Yeah, for all.
You're actually on Family Feud. Welcome
If you're-
to Family Feud.
If you're thinking of a number right now that
Yeah.
you want to receive for this answer, it's wrong. But I'm going to ask the question.
Would you
anyways.
like to bid any of your points? Double or nothing?
Bid them all if I could.
Bid them all?
How many
so
points do you
does
have?
He have any
I don't
left?
know.
Because that last one, I think he got like 300 negative. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
Wait, the which one?
Oh.
The filler question?
Oh yeah. They're all fillers.
I'll tally. Yeah. they're all- okay. Anyways,
Star Trek or Star Wars. If nobody saw that, I dropped not a real
I'm
mic.
sure people heard it.
there you go.
Boom.
Now, which Star Trek are we talking about?
Yes.
Star Trek.
Because that's the
We
that's the
unfortunately.
real
Yes.
question.
We
Are we doing the
unfortunately-
entire series?
We have to group Star Trek as a whole and Star Wars as a whole.
Because
Okay.
We
think about
cannot
Star
break it down.
Wars, Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not
Jar Jar
not-
Binks.
you have to think about Jar Jar. No, realistically, there's a lot of
Realistically, yeah.
different Star Wars, quote unquote, universes, right?
Not anymore. A lot of it got axed when Disney bought it. Marvel. When
Well-
Disney bought them.
Right, but you got to look at that as like
But-
the whole entity,
And I'm not going to include Mandalorian because I haven't watched any of it yet. So
but it is Star Wars.
it's still Star Wars.
Yeah.
I just don't know anything about it, so I can't
Yeah.
really use that as information to
I
decide
mean,
this.
you're on social media.
So-
However, I am going to do the hot take that because there's a lot more of it, and because it's clearly some of the best stuff in existence, Star Trek. There's
Okay.
some real funny moments of just sheer bad episodes in the original series.
Yes.
Next Generation is clearly the best. All around great from start to finish.
Well,
Let's be honest, better than most
be-
television at the time.
better than most, but some episodes you're like, wow, that really aired.
Yeah,
That was a thing.
I mean it was a product of its time, but yes,
Yeah, oh,
there's
yes.
some questionable stuff. It's
Yes.
Rysa, the planet Rysa.
Hello.
But like I've been watching Voyager and DS9, and honestly, those were fantastic ones. Like Voyager is some of the finest Star Trek television out there, and I'm sure people will disagree with me. I
I
think
don't really like Voyager.
it's one of those polarizing ones. It's kind of a weird one, but I think there's a lot of really good content in it.
Yes. I will agree, but for the most part,
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, it's okay.
A lot of the later Star Trek stuff is not great. But I heard that the newest series is pretty great.
I've heard it. I heard it's good. I have not watched it.
Yeah, I need to watch it too.
But I do have without even seeing that, I have a strong opinion of Star Trek was way more socially relevant throughout all of the series and all the movies than Star Wars. Star Wars was a little bit more like the big
like the introduction song.
Yes,
it's a very big crescendo and then
the
mellows
very
out.
big presence of what's going on in the world, right? Like it was the big stuff, but the little stuff, I think Star Trek attacked a little bit more.
Star Trek actually dealt with real life things without it being real life. But it
went after social issues at the time, intently to talk about them in a way that was both family friendly and accessible to people who may have had hard times understanding those concepts.
But also in a way that made sense because
it didn't have to.
Star Trek.
It wasn't right in your face. It wasn't like it was enough. You had to think a little bit.
Some original series was in your face.
Oh, it was way.
But I have to say, there are clearly moments in both series that are very iconic. In Star Wars, Duel of Fates and Phantom Menace, some of the best fighting sequence of any movie, to be honest. It's such a great scene. It's so memorable, and obviously, like that alone, kind of is the redeeming quality of Phantom Menace, despite it being full of so much trash. Though the pod racing scene, so good. I love it. It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
I just wish in the video game it would have been as good as
Oh, God. So, okay, hold on. The video game, the home console, or the arcade?
Oh, home console. Oh, yeah,
the arcade one was dope.
Okay.
Any Star Wars arcade game, phenomenal.
Yes. Oh, my God. The lightsaber duels.
Oh, fuck.
I used to
fighting
sneak out.
Boba Fett.
Oh, my God.
I used
It's
to
so
sneak
good.
out. They had Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day, and I would sneak out in the back of the sports bar that my mom or whoever, I don't even know who was there, and I'd go back there, and the door would open so I could just click the little thing where the quarter went in,
Oh.
and I just played all freaking night.
Yeah.
Man. Nobody.
That game's
I was considered
phenomenal.
missing at one point because I'm back in the storage room, like playing Return of the Jedi.
You
Respect.
cannot beat that.
Respect.
Oh my God, I love that.
But in Star Trek, though, I mean, you have Trouble with Tribbles, classic episode that they kept on beating
Tribbles.
with a dead horse every so often. But the original series, like
OG.
nothing gets more iconic than that scene.
It's
and then
true.
of course William Shatner and
The Shat Man.
yeah.
But he's an overactor for
Leonard
a
Nimoy.
good reason, though. I mean, it made you like go, yeah, this is cheesy.
And
good.
this is
Oh
good.
yeah, it is Adam West Batman.
Yes.
Adam
It's
West,
great.
yeah.
And you have
Absolutely.
to have that in certain genres.
You have to
and
have
certain-
Adam West.
Yeah, you have to have it. Now, I don't know if it's true or anything, but I did see something where Will Wheaton is now the same age as
Yes.
Patrick Stewart
When he first started
played
TNG.
Picard.
Uh-huh.
What?
Yep.
Oh my God, has that much time has passed?
Yeah.
That's how much time has passed.
I have a
It mi-
question.
It might be I don't know if it's fact, but I did.
I have to
I
double
saw
check
it.
Well,
it.
no,
I
that
did
was
see
that was
that.
80s, wasn't
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, it was late 80s,
it?
though.
Late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
And it showed the 90s. But my question though is, in the new Picard, do you think, what is it, the Crusher, Wesley Crusher?
Wesley.
Do you think he's going to make a reappearance in
Like,
that?
oh, Wesley.
I would honestly love to see Wesley
That would
Crusher
be
reappear in
wonderful.
Why
Picard.
wouldn't he?
I mean, that's just up to the writers, to be
Okay.
honest.
But why-
I'm
I mean-
sure that Will Wheaton would love to reprise.
Of course he would. I mean, who wouldn't? I
Honestly-
mean, he's so iconic in. Oh.
Do you know what's another really iconic Will Wheaton role? Is the serial killer he played in Criminal Minds in Tahoe.
Oh, I don't know that one.
That's a great episode. It's a real messed up episode, but it's a real good episode because
Love Will
you
Wheaton.
see Will Wheaton just like he's
And you're
playing
just
a
like-
serial killer. What is this?
And you're just, well, I can imagine just being like, it's Will Wheaton.
Yeah.
Like, and like nothing else.
Yeah.
You're just like,
You
wow, Will
just
Wheaton.
watch it for that.
Okay.
Okay, well, that is a boss battle.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
you
that.
beat the boss.
You beat the boss.
Potentially, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, you've gotten past the irrelevant questions.
To the
that
hard
were
hitting one at the very end.
questioned you by the boss. I guess we got there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did it.
Oh no! So at this point,
Oh,
when
no.
you finish the game, does he get any points for the boss battle? Or?
Negative 4 million.
I actually tallied all your points up. I think I gave you a.
I think it maxes out as 47,000. So I think
Oh.
we get.
So there's a limit to your
I
imaginary
think so.
point system.
I think
There's
I
not.
think the way we
I gave you, I believe, a 21 for answering Star Trek.
Excellent.
I added up all your points and deducted some of your points because you were not at boats. You came off with a 77.5.
Oh, okay.
77.5 points.
I'll take that fractal.
Yeah.
And what does this amazing human being get for 77.5 points?
You get a nice humble brag about anything that you want. About
anything
you.
now?
About
Yes.
you.
Plug the crap
Yeah,
out of
plug
all
what
the
you would like
amazing
to
things
plug.
that you're doing right
Shit.
now, my dude. This is important.
The
This
floor-
is why we do what we do.
Yeah.
Just to tell you, this is
Oh my
why
God.
this podcast exists, because the people that come on here are probably some of the most important people in the community. They're the people that do shit.
Yeah.
They're part of the
I'm trying.
community.
No, for real. I mean,
They're out here, bro.
We out here.
so this is your moment. Plug websites, podcasts, all the stuff that you do. This is you.
The floor
Oh
is
my
yours.
gosh. Wow, where to start? So first off is I run a podcast. It's a role-playing game D&D live play called Radio Adventure Drama Theater, and it's spelled the proper way, THEATRE.
Yes.
I'm sure this will come up. I'm sure the promo will probably come up before this, but there's a promo where I'm just off the cuff doing it, and I'm just like, theater spelled the right way, THREATRE. And the room goes silent for half a second, and people are just like, "You're a fucking idiot, Patrick. You spelled that wrong." I'm just like, "I did."
Don't blame me.
Yeah. Beyond that, let's see. You can see some of my writing at bypatricktaylor.com. I have some. I'm currently working on stuff. I haven't published anything in a while, but I'm working on it. Let's see. The other thing is, you can find me at the local taproom events for Time to Tabletop. I'm one of the kind of rotating game masters. You can see me on the live stream for Time to Tabletop, whichever one we're doing, which currently is Generation Shadows, which wraps up here in a couple of months, which I'm excited to see where we go with this. But beyond that, that's what I'm currently on. I have some other projects on the side that I need to talk to people. No, it's funny. Like,
I know that feeling.
Gotta talk to people.
this is well, no. So I saw some people this last weekend, and we had joked around back in college that like we should make a video game based on this inspired by this really esoteric game called Dokapon Kingdom.
Okay.
I don't know if you've.
No, I have not.
No.
I have not.
I'll have to introduce it to you
Okay.
if you have 4 weeks of your life to spend on it. But it's one of the most. It is insane. It's a wonderful game, and we want to make something that is inspired and builds on that. It's just going to be absolutely mad. Then I also need to talk to a friend of mine who is an artist. And I was trying to put together a collective to write D&D adventures. I'm currently working on some of the things right now, and I need some artists, so I'm going to reach out to them. So you might be seeing some of that here in the future.
Beautiful.
Cool thing
Yeah.
is there's so many communities around here
I
in the
know, it's
Sacramento
wonderful.
area that we all are. I talked about this the other day when I was down in LA. It used to be 6 degrees of separation.
Mhm.
Now it's like 2 or 3.
I know.
Realistically, with social media and communication, like being transparent and tangible is the new rock star.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be accessible now if you're going to be famous.
Mm-hmm.
And that has changed the game for all of us, because true artists that are back here that are not recognized can now be recognized.
Yep.
And I really feel very strongly about that. So the Sacramento area, there's so many artists that I'm sure that would love to work with you.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, there's so many. And hands down, you were one of the editors and helped us out with our RPG that we published.
That's right,
here
yeah.
at Time to Tabletop. There's some news that are going to come up through Time to Tabletop about our next Pull Up a Chair Expo will
Ooh,
be
I am
announced soon with a lot of things. And
I'm so
Rysa's
excited for that
We
one.
got the
Rysa's
fun
a
fight.
Yeah.
huge part of it. You're going to be a huge part of it. So there's so many things that you're doing that we almost can't talk about.
I know. It's
Yeah.
just kind of like we're like. There's a lot of things I want to talk about
Yeah.
that we're doing. I'm just like, I don't know how much is official.
Yeah,
like
and
what's
so
going on with
we haven't
it.
signed some of the paperwork, some of it we have.
In
on
blood.
some of the
Some
things
of
that
the
we're
weave
doing.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. So we definitely, there's some things in the work for Weave. There's all that kind of stuff. So Patrick is a huge influence on and a huge part of what we do in this community. Not just Time to Tabletop, but the community itself. I was like,
Thank you.
it wouldn't exist
Absolutely.
without people like Patrick and the things that he does. So
Way to not suck.
I will make sure and plug all that
Thanks.
stuff when we post this.
Yeah.
We'll have the bypatricktaylor.com. We'll have that on there.
Hopefully, have some more material up there as well.
Even if, it doesn't have to, support your local artists because, or just support the people that you're a fan of. I think that's a big point of what we do is if you like something, throw them a bone.
Absolutely.
Okay. Support them in buying their comic or paying for their stuff on, what is it? Dungeon Masters, the guilds.
DMG, DM Guild.
That one. And there's also just through all of them, Drive Through RPG. There's so many places you can buy them from. So please support them on that. A lot of stuff that you see on the walls here from local people or somebody.
Support local, support indie. That's really the lifeblood, and that's where we're all heading these days. Is
support
these smaller projects that need your support more than anything else.
Yeah,
and we're the ones who can give it to them.
If you like it, support it.
Yeah,
that's what we should do.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you
man.
for talking about
Thank you for having me.
stuff.
Honestly,
it's been a long time coming. It's been somebody. You have been somebody we've been talking about for
since we started.
I know,
since
right?
we started the podcast.
Here I am, season 2.
Yeah.
Not even a joke. It was somebody you were somebody we talked about at the very beginning.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad that the stars aligned and you're here.
I'm kind of glad we waited because I have a lot more projects I'm currently
There you
working
go.
on now than I
Now
did
you
then.
sound more impressive.
I know.
That's so
slightly
cool.
more
It's
impressive.
like I'm working on stuff and then things
And
then maybe
also
some more
things
stuff.
and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now I have tangible products and projects
He's on
for
drugs.
people.
Maybe.
Shut up.
Mildly.
That's called alcohol.
But
And pepperoni pizza.
Oh my god. Just intravenous drip of pepperoni pizza.
boom.
Actually, that sounds like it would kill you, to be honest.
Yikes.
All that grease.
So that's that. Thank
That's that.
you for talking off the dice.
Thanks
Thank
for talking
you.
about that, Matthew.
And thank you for having me here. I really appreciate it. I'm now going to go find my Dark Lord and go home.
Dark Lord.
Okay,
He's
bye.
here somewhere. Come here.
Come here, Diggler. All right. Thank you so much
Thanks,
for
everyone.
listening, everybody. Bye.
Off the Dice is a Time to Tabletop production.
Building community through the language of gaming.
Hi, I'm Patrick.
And I'm not.
I like axes. And I'm Zarius.
And we are Rad Theater, a D&D live play podcast. And by the way, theater is spelled the correct way. T-H-R-E-A-T-R-E.
B-I-C-T-H.
T-H-E-A-T-R-E. And don't forget to hashtag tell your friends.